Good morning, gardening friends. It's now Tuesday morning at a little after 10. I wanted to show you the 6-packs and how they're doing. I've actually moved them up onto my little pass-through area here, which allows me to pass anything kind of dirty that I don't want to drag through my apartment to the patio. And you can see that's the tomato over there. That's the hard rock. And we've got one little sprout here for a pepper and some others that look like they're trying to come up, but I'm not sure if they're weeds or not. So that's progress there, and I want to document some other things before I forget what I've done. Okay, so this planter out in front of the office has just pretty much looked like it was dead for a long time. It also looked like the soil had gone way down, so I pulled it. I did find a plant actually in there. I don't know how well you can actually see the plant hanging over the side. It was down further in, so it was getting some sun, but I had stopped watering because I thought everything was dead. So I managed to pull the plant up a little higher, put a couple more seeds, pulled it up a little higher, filled it in with soil so the soil's back up to the top again. I have this problem with the soil settling on me all the time, and I think that's just because I tend to put soil very loosely into things because I'm afraid of the roots not being able to find their way through. Maybe a total mistake on my part. Anyway, I moved the soil all the way up to the top and managed to get the plant up just a little bit. The root system went rather deep, which says to me it was trying to find water, and hung the plant over the side so it can get the sun that it needs. And I put a couple more seeds in there just in case this one doesn't take. So now I've got to start watering that planter again. And then we have these two planters on the side of the office. Both of them had dead stuff in them. Pulled it out, brought the soil up to the top, packed it just slightly, stuck some seeds in there. I've got more nasturtium in there. The one in front of the office was nasturtium. The one that's hanging over, as well as the seeds I put in. In these two I put both nasturtium, and in one I put cardinal climber, and the other one I put morning glory. So if the nasturtium doesn't take, maybe one or the other of the seeds will take. So maybe we'll have something floating over the sides of these things before too long. That brings us to these planters on either side of the birdhouse. And I haven't seen birds actually going into the birdhouse, though you might hear them in the background. So the one on the right has a lily which still seems to be growing. The problem is these get really intense sun. So what I'm thinking about doing on the one on the left, if there's not enough of a lily left, even if there is a little bit, I'm going to put it in another pot. I'm going to build the soil back up, and I'm going to throw in a bunch of random seeds, and we'll just see what takes. Maybe that'll be the way, just by putting a whole bunch of different wildflower seeds or whatever. We'll see what is able to survive the sun. That'll leave us with these two behind the office building, which seem to be growing grass at this point. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure if because of the lack of sun I need to start them out as seedlings and plant them in, but I think for now I'm going to try and plant some more nasturtium seeds. I'll try and build the soil back up towards the top and see if we have success. That's it for the hanging planters. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with all the other miscellaneous pots. Alright folks, it's now about 5 hours later, and in between all the other things I tried to get a little bit more gardening done, but if you look carefully you can see next to that first tomato I've got another one growing. So I'm trying to remember, one of them's a hard rock, I think the other one's actually a tumbler tomato. I'll go back and look at my own videos and figure that one out. And off on the left, on the top there, which is actually the bottom because I have this upside down, but that's one of the peppers. So, and I can actually see signs that another one's growing, so that's actually just today more stuff has popped in the last 5 hours. So let's look at what else I did. In these three planters I put some soil in, and I decided, since I'm not sure what's going to grow in the courtyard here because the sun gets it in weird ways and fries the plants, I just decided to take a bunch of flower seeds that I had and just sort of create a mix, if you will. We've got verbena, coleus, bachelor button, sweet william, and lupin. So we'll see if any of those actually take and let them grow. I think that's it for today's update. Good morning, gardening friends. It is now Friday at about 10:30. A couple little developments that I've spotted, and I'll take another little look and I'll show you what I see. The snapdragons on the patio have popped, and they're looking very nice. I trimmed the Swiss chard plant and enjoyed the cuttings. The salad greens are growing well. It's been a little challenge this week with the temperatures in the 90s, and I swear to my Canadian friends, I'm not making fun of you. I really feel bad that you've had winter this long now. So I hope everything improves soon for you guys. But the salad greens are improving. The tomato plants are getting thicker and stronger, which is a good thing. And this morning I spotted the first couple of actual tomatoes on the plant. That's on the patio tomato. I don't see any tomatoes yet on the yellow pear, but hey, a couple of tomatoes is progress. Out in the south courtyard, this marigold is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Lots of leaves. Almost looks more like a fern, but I think that's what I was hoping for. Most of my other marigolds are dwarfs, so I just wanted to see something get big. The flowers have indeed passed on this particular plant. I still have to try and figure out what it is. More snapdragon success. These kids are really enjoying the sun. And with that, I think I'll wrap up today's update with the artichoke planter and all the petunias in their glory. So that's it for today. Let's see what we find tomorrow. Good afternoon, gardening friends. It's now Saturday at a little past 4, and I don't know if I'm going to get much more actual gardening work done today, but I wanted to show you the 6-packs, which appear to have almost every cell now has something sprouting in it, which is nice. And to the right of that, you can see the little yellow basket with a couple of roses in it. Those were donated by one of the neighbors here, who's just enjoying all that I've been doing in the courtyard so much. They decided to, I think they already had these, and they just said, you know what, they're getting big enough, they probably need to be transplanted now, so they gave them to me to transplant. I'll probably get that done tomorrow. But that's pretty much it over here. Actually, I don't think there's much else that's developed around here beyond what I recorded yesterday. Whoop, there goes the wind. So I think we're going to wrap it up here with this simple bit, and until next time, may your thumb be green.